everyone, it's Jordan, and today I'm be reading books, my lowest rated books on my TBR. So I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but with my TBR game, I couldn't film my TBR, or I just didn't feel like it was the right moment to do this kind of video. But I am coming to you that I'm going to be reading 5 books that are lowest rated on my TBR, and I have all the books in my Goodreads app, so we know which book is lowest rated. But let's find out what are the lowest rated books on my TBR. Okay, so we're on Goodreads. Get into my books. Want to read. And average rating. I'm kind of nervous about it. No, that's the highest rated. We're not going to do that. We're doing the lowest rated. Okay, now let's ignore Anna and the French Kiss because that's not supposed to be there. 10th Girl by Sarah Faring, which is right here. Give me a moment. So here is the 10th Girl. All I know about this book, this is a YA mystery book. I'm surprised that it's at 2.94 on Goodreads, so I'm kind of curious about it, and I want to know if I fall into the people who didn't like it or people who will love it. But I am excited either way. It's really tall. I know tall books usually intimidate me, but I'm really excited about reading this book and just see where my opinions are at. Okay, right off the bat, the second lowest rated book on my TBR that I own is Zenith by Sasha Osberg and Lindsay Cummings, and it's also right here as well. So here it is, Zenith by Sasha Osberg and Lindsay Cummings. All I know about this book is a sci-fi book, and it deals with like rebels or something like that. I don't know. I've had this on my TBR for a while, and it's very chunky. But I've been wanting to read this for a while, but I have been hearing mixed reviews regardless of Sasha Osberg as one of the famous booktubers. But either way, I'm just wondering where I'm going to be at, but I am very curious about this book as well. Okay, let's see what's next. I don't own that one. Don't own that one. Don't know any of them. Oh, Da Vinci's Tiger by L.M. Eliot. Let me go grab it. So here I have the Da Vinci's Tiger by L.M. Eliot. I only know about this book is a historical fiction that takes place in the Renaissance, I think. And it features Leonardo da Vinci. I'm not sure yet, but that's all I know. I'm glad at how short it is, and I've got this from Half Price Books, I think, and I just saw this on a whim, and I just saw this, like someone did an unboxing of it, because this was a past Alcrate book, like a while back, and yeah, that's all I know about it. And I do like historical fiction, but I haven't read a lot of it, so yeah, I'm just really curious about why it's such a low rating on Goodreads, but yeah. Okay, right off the bat underneath is Literally by Lucy Kading, which I grabbed from my room, and here it is. I really like this cover, that's why I bought it 3 years ago. Yeah, it's a TBR bet that I've had on my shelves for years, and I only know about this book is about a woman or a girl whose life turns into a novel. I'm not sure. Oh, I really liked it. Boss stain on the jacket, but that's all I know about it, and I'm surprised how low it is. Like how low rated it is, and it's also short as well. I'm just really curious about it, and I want to know why like many people don't like it. But either way, I'm kind of curious about it, and know where my opinions are. And it's also a kid's library, so it'll be a quick read for me. So yeah. Okay, so last book that I let's see. Oh, Go Set Watchman by Harper Lee. I'm kind of surprised, but not surprised at the same time. It's in my classic shelf, but let me go grab it. So here is Go Set Watchman by Harper Lee. This is a sequel to Kill a Mockingbird. I haven't read To Kill a Mockingbird for over 10 years, but I do have a lot of knowledge on what happened, so I remember it very well. And I know this is about Scout as an adult. That's all I know about it, and I'm kind of nervous to pick this up, even though it's been on my shelves for a very long time. And I put it next to Kill a Mockingbird because it's a sequel to a classic. But yeah, I'm just kind of excited and a little nervous to pick this up. So here are the books that are my lowest rated on my Goodreads, on the ones that I've already owned. And I'm excited and nervous about it, and I'll let you know which one I'll end up picking up first. So I decided that I'm gonna pick up Literary by Lucy Keating because it's very short, and I thought like I would pick up shortest lowest rated book on my TBR just because I thought it would be easier for me and just work my way up. Yeah, my hair looks really frizzy right now because last night I found a video. I was trying to make my hair look a little nicer, but it looked very bushy, which I didn't expect, but I did help that my hair is like a bit layered, so that's why it's been messed up. But anyways, as soon as I'm done with my current read, I'm definitely gonna pick this one up. So I started Literary by Lucy Keating. I didn't get that far into it. I'm only on page 22. I'm trying to figure out like my feelings on it, even though I don't have any yet. Yeah, I got a haircut, and like so far I think the characters are just very generic, and nothing has wowed me yet. But I'm trying to not look at people's ratings on this book just because I want to form my own opinion. So I'm hoping to actually finish this today because it's super short. So yeah, so I don't have any opinions about it, but I'm hoping to finish this today so I can go to the next lowest rated book on my TBR. Hey everybody, it's a few days later. I just finished Literary by Lucy Keating, and I think this was okay. I honestly have read the reviews after I read this. I do agree with a lot of people. Even though it was so short, it was really hard to get into. I did like the concept, but if I read this like when I first bought it, I probably would have liked it. But now, after reading it, I honestly wish I liked it just because I really like the concept. But I just found it very weird with the character interacting with the author, who was Lucy Keating, obviously, and made herself a character. I felt weird about that, even though it sounded cool at first, but it was just too weird for me. So I give this 3 stars. I really wish I liked it, but I do agree with a lot of people. So this is a 3-star book for me. So the book that I'm gonna go for next as my lowest rated on my TBR, I'm gonna go for Go Set Watchman by Harper Lee, just because I've been very curious about it for a few years now, and I haven't picked it up yet. And it is a sequel to Kill a Mockingbird, which I haven't read in 11 years. So 11, yeah, it's been 11 years or 12 years, I can't remember, but that's the last time I've read To Kill a Mockingbird, even though I could reread To Kill a Mockingbird, but I remember it so well that I think I would be able to go into the sequel just fine. And plus, even it's so tall, and I'm just afraid to read it, and I really don't like deckled edges, but I've just been very curious about it since it came out. And it's about Scout as a full-grown woman. It takes place 20 years after To Kill a Mockingbird, and it takes place in the 50s instead of the 30s like the To Kill a Mockingbird. So yeah, and I'm kind of been curious about what happened after To Kill a Mockingbird, and yeah, I'm gonna pick this up next. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous at the same time because I honestly feel like I have a good feeling why it's lowest rated on my TBR, but not at the same time. So yeah, I'm gonna pick this up next. So I've read a lot of Ghost at Watchmen. I got to page 85, so I'm like a third way through it. I'm surprisingly really liking this so far because I really enjoyed To Kill a Mockingbird, even though it has some flaws that people know, like racism and all that. And there's racism in here, but I know like with the time period it's part of history and that's not under control, because I've read a lot of classics and I understand people wouldn't like that book because of that, but I'm liking it so far. I find it interesting to see Scout as an adult. I think she's 26 or something. Yeah, 26. And yeah, and it talks about what things have changed since she was a kid and from the first book, because she's like from ages 6 to 8 from what I remember reading, and they showed like they explained like why she because she was coming back home from living in New York to visit her dad, and they explain a lot that has happened since we last saw her and the other characters from the first book. And I'm just surprised like how a lot of things how a lot of things changed since when I've read To Kill a Mockingbird. I've read in the 8th grade, I remembered, and I haven't read it for about 12 years, so I remember it very well, so I didn't have to reread it before going into Ghost at Watchmen, but I put it by To Kill a Mockingbird because it's a sequel to a classic, but it was published in 2015, so yeah, I'm really surprised. I don't want to take it. I already made my guess about why people give it a low rating. I feel like it's because of what I just mentioned earlier in this clip, but I definitely know I want to continue on with this because I want to know what happens next and what's been happening, and also so I can go on to my next read for this vlog. And yeah, and I'll catch you guys later. So I finished Ghost at Watchmen by Harper Lee. I give this 4 stars, but I know that I understand that many people didn't like it just because it's a sequel to Kill a Mockingbird, and I know there's many people that have said that this was a book that was going to be published before To Kill a Mockingbird, and the publishers like rejected. I did not know that, and I still enjoy it. I just found it a bit slow, but I mostly understood like why people didn't like it and why it's at such a low rating on Goodreads. But I one of the ones that still enjoy the book despite everything. But the next lowest rated book on my TBR I'm gonna go to next is Da Vinci's Tiger by L.M. Eliot. All I know about it is a book that takes place during the Renaissance era, and that's all I know about it, and it's pretty short, so I'm hoping I get through this quickly, even though it's historical fiction, and I sometimes have a hard time getting into historical fiction, but I'm gonna try. So yep, and I'll catch you guys later. So I finished Ghost at Watchmen by Harper Lee. I give this 4 stars, but I know that I understand that many people didn't like it just because it's a sequel to Kill a Mockingbird, and I know there's many people that have said that this was a book that was going to be published before To Kill a Mockingbird, and the publishers like rejected. I did not know that, and I still enjoy it. I just found it a bit slow, but I mostly understood like why people didn't like it and why it's at such a low rating on Goodreads. But I one of the ones that still enjoy the book despite everything. But the next lowest rated book on my TBR I'm gonna go to next is Da Vinci's Tiger by L.M. Eliot. All I know about it is a book that takes place during the Renaissance era, and that's all I know about it, and it's pretty short, so I'm hoping I get through this quickly, even though it's historical fiction, and I sometimes have a hard time getting into historical fiction, but I'm gonna try. So yep, and I'll catch you guys later. So I've read a lot of Da Vinci's Tiger. I got to page 172, so I am more than halfway through it, and I really don't know how I feel about this one. I feel like I'm getting a little bored. Even though I have 100 pages left, I might want to finish 100 pages just so I can get my full thoughts. I am not like this. I know this is probably a lowest rated book on my TBR for a reason, but for right now it's like, I do like historical fiction, but I know there's some popular ones out there, but this one's like a very underrated one. That's why it's probably a low rating, but yeah, I probably will let you know my full thoughts on it when I'm done. It's much later. I just finished Da Vinci's Tiger by Elliot. I give this 2 stars. The only thing that I liked about it is the time period, but I didn't feel connected to the characters, and I was confused the whole time. I didn't know what was going on, and I was basically like, I feel like nothing happened, and I'm trying to figure out how, like, many people have, like, why it's such a low rating. And I know I've seen some good reviews. A lot of people are saying it was disappointing. They DNFing it. They didn't find it interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen good. I've seen some good ratings and some bad ratings. So I stick to 2 stars just because of the only thing that I like about it was the time period. Like I said, I really wish I enjoyed it, but I didn't. And I wish it was enjoyable for me, but it wasn't for me. So I decided to go with the 10th Girl next, which is by Sarah Faring. I'm surprised that this was a low rating because I got this like just a few months ago, and it just looks like a really it seems like a really good mystery book, even though it looks like a horror, even though I'm not a fan of horror, but it just grabbed my interest, especially the title and the cover. So yeah, I hope probably will start this tonight before I go to bed, just to see what the first few chapters are about and continue on reading from there. So I got past the 100-page mark of the 10th Girl, and I don't know how I feel about this. I think I should DNF it just because nothing's been wowing me, and I've been confused the whole time, and I wish I would read this like fully, but I'm just gonna DNF it just because, like I said, nothing's wowing me, and I've been getting confused the whole time, and plus reading tall books have been take me longer to read. I know there's some tall books that I've been enjoying, but just with this one, I'm just gonna DNF. I'm sad that I'm DNFing it, but what else can I do? If I'm not enjoying it, I shouldn't just force myself to continue on reading it. And my rule is for DNFing is if I go past 100-page mark and I'm still not interested, I'm gonna DNF it. So this is gonna be a DNF. So I'm gonna go to the lowest rated book on my TBR, which is Zenith by Sasha Osberg and Lindsay Cummings. This one's surprising to me because I follow Sasha on YouTube and Instagram and all that, and I know there's a sequel to this, and this was hyped 3 years ago when it first came out because it was self-published, and then it was officially published. So yeah, and it's a sci-fi. I haven't read sci-fi in a while, so I'm actually gonna be listening to this on audiobook just because of how big it is, and I just don't want to like let it intimidate me, and audiobook seems like a really good route for me. And yeah, and I'll catch you guys later. So I've read a little bit of Zenith. I kind of did a little bit of an audiobook and physical read of it. I got to page 83. I honestly am not sure about this one. I mean, I like how the chapters are short and the story's very interesting, but I feel like there's so many characters' perspectives that it's really hard to keep track on the story. It's like I wish there was like only like maybe 2 perspectives of the story, but I'm not sure about it. I probably will continue on Rena because the story is really interesting so far, and I don't want to DNF it just because of my DNF rules. So yeah, and the funny thing is I anticipated this book 3 years ago in 2018, and I honestly, I probably, if I read this earlier, I probably would have enjoyed it, but right now it's like I'm really questioning it right now. But I probably will go back, like I said, I'm going to go back and forth on reading it on audiobook and a physical format. So that's been working for me so far, but we'll see, and hopefully end up enjoying it. But I don't want to look at the reviews on this because I know there was mixed reviews after it was released, like when it was first released. So yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys later. So I'm ending this video here. I decided to DNF Zenith just because I couldn't get into the story and the different characters' perspectives were too confusing for me. So that is it for reading my lowest rated books on my TBR. Now I've read 3 out of them and I only enjoyed 1 of them. And I DNF'd 2 of them just because I couldn't get into the story. So were they all bad? No, I don't think so. There's just many people have different opinions, and if there's a lowest rated book that people should pick up, I think they should still pick them up because they might be higher rated than what other people or people would rate it differently. But yeah, I'm still gonna read lowest rated books on my TBR because I'm willing to give them a chance. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. And if you enjoy it, give us a thumbs up and comment down below if you read lowest rated books on your TBR. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all link will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!